I think this is kind of fun, I don't actually have any, like, as you can see, there's no teleprompter or anything. I'm just like, what should I say next? I don't know. SpaceX had to do the study to see if Starship would hit a shark. And I'm like, it's a big ocean, you know. There's a lot of sharks. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. And said, well, you have to, you know, this is, I think, from National Marine Fisheries, one of the, you know, NMF it's called. You know, they were like, well, you have to do the study on whether you can hit a shark. We're like, what? And then we said, okay, fine, we'll do the analysis. And then, well, can you give us the shark data? They're like, no, we can't give you the shark data. Well, like, okay, well, then we're in a bit of a quandary. How do we solve this this shark probability issue? And they said, well, we could give it to our Western division, but we don't trust them. And I'm like, am I in a comedy sketch here? And they're worried about the shark density data, like the people who hunt sharks for shark fins somehow getting their hands on this the shark data. And so eventually, I think we got the data, and we could run the analysis to say, like, yeah, the sharks are going to be fine. But they wouldn't let us proceed with launch until we did this crazy shark data. And then we thought, okay, well, now we're done. And they said, but what about whales? I'm like, when you look at a picture of the Pacific, what percentage of the surface area of the Pacific do you see as whale? Because I look at a picture, I don't see any. It's like, you can't. Where's a whale? And honestly, if the ship did hit a whale, it's like, honestly, that whale had it coming, because it's like the odds are so low. You know, it's like Final Destination, the whale edition. It's like fate had it in for that whale, you know. And so we have to do the whale analysis. And it's like, okay, yeah, the whales will be fine too, you know. It goes on. And then there's like, well, what if the rocket goes underwater, then explodes, and then the whales have hearing damage? Like, this is real. This is actually, and we're like, look, if we could make a rocket go underwater and be a submarine, that would be like a feat of physics we could not accomplish, okay? This is not how it works. SpaceX got fined $140,000 for dumping potable drinking water on the ground at Starbase, where we launched the rocket, because we cool the launch pad with water, and in an excess of caution, we said, we're going to bring in drinking water just to be sure, and we're going to cool the pad with that. We didn't know there was a permit needed for that. Water falls from the sky all the time. Starbase is in a tropical thunderstorm area. It rains so much that the roads get flooded. Why are we getting fined for a tiny amount of water on the ground? I didn't even really actually originally intend to even start a company. I tried to get a job at Netscape after graduating from Penn, but they didn't respond to my resume that I mailed in. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll try writing software myself. I've been writing software since I was a kid, so I'll write some internet software and see if I can do some useful applications on the internet. And I ended up sort of writing the first maps and directions and yellow pages and white pages on the internet back in '95. And it was just really because nobody would give me a job on the internet. So that was it. If they'd given me a job, I guess I would have just worked at Netscape or something. My roommate thinks I'm a paranoid, delusional schizophrenic. Joke's on him, I don't have a roommate.
Can I get a Cybertruck? No, I'm just kidding.
All right. I saw an interview with Mark Cuban and what's her name again? Rachel Maddow. But I couldn't tell which was which. I mean, I do find it remarkable, like just how sort of coordinated the legacy media is in their talking points. It's absurd. And kudos to those who put together the compilations of where all of the talking heads will say the same thing, word for word. Yeah, and they'll say the exact same thing, but I mean, I think the propaganda is not even good, frankly. It's not even entertaining, and the week before the Biden-Trump debate, every media organization was saying that Biden sharp as a tack. There's the exact same words: sharp as a tack, over and over again. Then it became obvious to the public that he was indeed not as sharp as a tack. The DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, that's the government, and more government is just the DMV at scale. So, like, how much more do you want to give the DMV to do? I would say, like, not much. It's like my friggin' back still hurts. It's like, here's 2024, and I still have back pain. I'm sure a lot of people in the audience have back pain. It's just solving back pain, I think, would be a massive increase in people's happiness. Yes.
Thank you for, going in front of people and being sort of awkward. What I mean?
Yeah. I mean, these are real-time questions. This is obviously scripted. So it's like I have to think for a second, what? I don't always have a great answer because I just heard the question.
So I'm autistic, and
join the club.
As a girl, yeah.
Thank you for being our Braveheart for free speech.
Well, I hope I don't have the same ending as Braveheart.
No.
So, freedom. I was just on the cover of I think it's the biggest magazine in Germany called Der Spiegel, which is like their Time magazine or something, saying that I'm enemy number 2. Yeah. And I'm like, enemy number 2 of what? I'm definitely upgrading my security. It's like, so, guess I better cancel that open car parade. Just kidding. Maybe I could do an open car parade, but it's actually like a dummy version of me, and then see what happens. It's just like an inflatable version of something. I don't know, it'd be quite funny. Just troll them.
Do you think there is a shadow government behind the Biden-Harris administration?
I mean, well, let me put it this way. It's not Biden. We know that for a fact. Okay. The dude's barely got 2 functional neurons. They just replaced the Biden puppet with the Kamala puppet. Very obviously. And so you can tell, if the teleprompter stops working, then the puppet breaks. And it's like, oh. The puppet just starts looping because the teleprompter broke. I don't have a teleprompter. I can just talk like a normal human. It'd be interesting to see the crossover between the Epstein client list and Kamala's puppet masters. I bet there's a lot of names that appear in both lists. I think it was only a matter of time before they suspended my account, frankly. And for sure, given the stuff I've said lately, they would have suspended me 6 ways to Sunday.